Hey Sarah, where are you? The ceremony is about to start. And do you know where Nick is? Reply to me as soon as possible. Good morning! I stayed up late last night and just woke up now. I'm happy that the weather is great today. It's like we are blessed. You finally responded. Oh, did you send me some messages? I'm sorry. I had such a sweet and intense morning that I didn't have time to look at my phone. Don't tell me that you overslept. It's my wedding day. Oh my God, has the wedding already started? Not yet. Neither you nor groom Nick have shown up, and now we are in a big rush. It's what I actually thought would happen. Well, there's no way you can have a wedding. What? This is not a time for laughing. Sarah, do you know anything about what is happening? Well then, I have a question for you, Daniela. Guess where I am right now? Huh? That's not important right now. Do you know anything about why Nick hasn't come yet? If you know, tell me right now. Come on, let's just have some more fun with this quiz. No, I can't. Okay, then I'll tell you the answer. I mean, the question about where I was. It should be the answer to all of your questions at once. Just say it right now. Oh well, I'm at a hotel with him. Why at the hotel? The hotel nearby the wedding venue? It's so obvious, but you still don't get it? Okay, I'll tell you. It's, of course, we are staying at a hotel for a romantic affair. I still don't get what you mean. We both like each other. So he said he wouldn't like to have a wedding with you. He says he regrets he registered the marriage before the wedding. He'll send you the divorce petition later. Are you kidding me, Sarah? You can't joke like that on the wedding day. I'm sorry, but it's not a joke. You've got to face the reality. Last night was our first night together, so this is absolutely the romantic and exciting time right now. It was such an intense night. We enjoyed our sweet moment until this morning, so I overslept. I'm gonna turn off my phone and his phone, so don't interrupt us. Sarah, what are you thinking? He's my husband. How could you sleep with your sister's husband? This is insane. Sarah, don't be silly. Daniela, long time no see. How are you? Well, you should be fine. It's been 5 years already, so I guess your broken heart must have healed well. What? Sarah? Both of you and Nick suddenly disappeared, and what is this message? What are you thinking? Oh, about Nick? We are getting divorced. Excuse me? You and Nick are divorcing? I mean, you guys were married? Yes, we were. We registered right after you got divorced with him. I didn't want to hear you and Mom accusing me of it, so I eloped with him. I was planning to build a happy family in a new place. But he caught me bringing my new boyfriend into the house. What are you talking? You ruined your sister's wedding. You've done something nasty that has led you to get a divorce. And now you have a new boyfriend? What kind of happy family you are talking about? Are you kidding? It happens. I'm so popular. Those who are not attractive don't understand. That's not the point. So, the day after after tomorrow, I'm thinking to come back to the parents' house with my kid. Can you clean my room for me?
You have a kid?
Yes, you must be jealous. The baby was born a while ago. Since Nick found out about my new boyfriend, he thought the baby wasn't his. That led to him making me sign the divorce petition. After that, I was kicked out of the apartment with the kid.
What are you doing? Whose child is it actually?
Well, I don't know either. I don't have the money for DNA testing, and come to think of it, I already don't really care about Nick anymore. I thought it wasn't worth going back to him to apologize. So, I thought it'd be nice to just get divorced and start a new relationship with my new boyfriend.
What you did is just horrible. I can't believe it.
I'm going to start packing my stuff and going through the divorce paperwork and stuff. I'll be there the day after tomorrow. By the way, I'm busy with my new boyfriend. I'll let you raise the kid from now on.
What are you talking about?
Huh? You're still hung up on him, aren't you? I heard you've been living with the parents since he dumped you. I never thought that an unattractive girl like you could find a new partner, but... In fact, when I thought about my ugly sister, who's still stuck at parents' house, I started to feel sorry for you. I'm gonna give the poor sister the experience of parenting. My daughter is not only your niece, but also Nick's child, so I'm sure she'll be worth raising. She's just born, so if you want, you can adopt my daughter.
Don't say selfish things. I don't understand your thought. I'll pretend I didn't hear that, so don't come back.
Huh? Why?
Because there's no point in you coming back.
What do you mean? I don't understand. I divorced the man who you used to be in relationship with, so I'm going to stay with you and you will take care of me and my daughter. What part of that you don't understand? I think it's totally understandable.
I don't live there anymore.
What? Ah, I totally get it.
Huh?
Even if you don't want me to come back, you shouldn't tell me lies like that. Anyway, I'm coming back home. Well then, I appreciate you cleaning my room. Daniela, I'm back. Our house looks like freshly renovated. Most of the parts are unchanged, but the exterior walls have been beautifully repainted. Lovely. Well, is that the reason you didn't want me to come back? You wanted to have this house all to yourself, didn't you? But not everything goes as well as you wish. Hey, I've been ringing the bell of the house for a while. Someone answer it. Daniela, are you home? Are you trying to be mean to me? I've got a baby with me now, so let me in as soon as possible. Oh, it seems I can get in from the porch in the garden. So lucky that the window is open. Daniela, you're not careful enough. Well, thank goodness you're such an idiot, sister. I'm looking forward to staying with you from today. I'm just gonna eat something while waiting for someone coming back home. It's really tiring to move around with an infant. I can finally take a rest. Hey, Daniela! What's going on here?
What? Sarah?
There's a stranger living in our
house. I was just sitting on the couch and suddenly a strange man came in. I got kicked out of the house by a stranger. Come back home as soon as possible. I have to call the police. Is this trespassing? It must be something like that. We should get compensation from that guy. Hey, wait. Are you in Orlando now? Of course. I remember where our house is. Even though it's been 5 years since I left from here, I've lived here for over 20 years since I was a kid. I can't believe there's a stranger living in our house filled with so many memories. It's really disgusting. I told you I moved out, didn't I? What? I moved out of there after you disappeared with Nick. Was that true? Was it an excuse to keep me away? There's no point in telling you a lie. Why did you move out without telling me? Of course, it was because I didn't want to tell the person who caused me to move away. Huh? Are you saying I'm the cause? Why you didn't want to tell me? You really don't get it. Why don't you put your hand on your heart and think about it? Are you asking me to think the reason that you and our parents moved away without telling me? Is there any other reason than that everyone is heartless and cruel? Heartless and cruel? Is that your self-introduction? Of course not. Just say it right now. Don't waste time. At our wedding 5 years ago, we invited not only relatives, but also my classmates and colleagues from work. It means my local friends and acquaintances see me as the unfortunate bride who had her husband taken by sister on the day of the wedding. Now everyone treats me with caution, trying not to upset my mood. Some of them said hurtful things to me like, maybe you are the reason he left. I couldn't stand this kind of thing. So I moved out. I even changed my job. Only you should have moved out. There's no reason for all of you to move out together. We thought there might be a possibility that you might come back sooner or later. What do you mean? There's no guarantee that you won't come back after eloping for the rest of your life. In fact, knowing you, we were sure you would come back to the house if you encountered any difficulties with living. We can't keep spoiling you anymore. We all discussed it and everyone agreed. And the prediction came true. 5 years later, you tried to come back to the house. I knew it would happen, but it just hit me again how cheeky you are. Pretty funny, actually. What the hell? I'm really in trouble. I don't know what to do. We've just divorced, and he kicked me and my baby daughter out of the house. It's normal to rely on family in this kind of situation. The only reason you got divorced was because you cheated on him. There's no room for understanding you at all. Besides, if I were to accept you in such a situation at home, it's like I'm accepting my sister who took my husband as if nothing has happened before. Everyone in the world would see me as so silly. Even if you wouldn't come back home, we were uncomfortable thinking about how our neighbors would look at us. Do you think it's natural that we want to make a fresh start and move to a new place? Oh my God! What's happening? I see a police car coming here! Well, there's no wonder they called the police. Oh no! Does this mean I'm trespassing? I may get arrested! Daniela, help me! I don't care. Handle it on your own. They made me pay for the food I ate. I only have $3 left. Help me!
Really? Did they let you go?
I told them I was a former resident, and the lady next door managed to prove it, and I only got a stern warning.
Got it.
So tell me the address where you moved.
I won't tell you.
Don't say that. I can't even stay in a hotel for $3. I have my daughter with me. If I can't find a place to stay, I don't know what I should do.
You said something about your new boyfriend. Why don't you just move in with him?
What? Oh, I see. Daniela! He had another girl! I went to my boyfriend's house and there was a girl who said she lived with him. She accused me of stalking them and kicked me out.
Oh my. Well,
what are you getting at?
Feels like everything you've done so far is catching up with you, doesn't it?
What? What do you mean by that? Are you saying it's my fault?
There's a saying, like attracts like. I guess it's true. Those who easily steal or cheat on someone else's partner attract similar people.
Ha! That's too much! I didn't know my boyfriend had a woman living with him. My daughter could be that man's child. I'm a victim.
You're having a child whose father is uncertain, so what makes you a victim? But you're moving from place to place with an infant in your arms right now, right?
Yes, I am. She's already tired and sleeping. I might also get exhausted and collapse. I can't take it anymore. Please, help me.
Where are you now?
Near Holland Station.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Do you know the hotel diagonally to the right of the north exit of Holland Station?
The brown building with the convenience store on the first floor?
Yes, that's it. I got a hotel room in your name for the night. I paid by my credit card.
Really?
I didn't do it for you. I'm doing this because I feel sorry for the baby who's been dragged around at this time of night. The baby is innocent. But I can't pay the extra charge, so please be prepared for that and stay there.
Okay.
Checkout time tomorrow is 10 a.m. Wait in front of the hotel around that time.
Okay, I'll be there. I knew what I should have is a sister. I'll see you tomorrow, cutie. Daniela, what's going on here? Why is Aunt here?
Oh, it's already 10 o'clock? I'm glad you made it.
What do you mean? I thought you were gonna pick me up.
I never said anything about that.
What?
While you were wandering around, if you'd say I'm sorry even only once, Dad and Aunt were thinking that they might be renting an apartment for you. But the words never came out from you.
So?
Instead of apologizing, you justified yourself and started saying that I am a victim. We decided to re-educate you very strictly. It's decided that you'll stay at Aunt's place from today.
I don't want to. My aunt is a person I hate the most among our relatives. She's so strict about manner and such. Every time we have a family gathering, she says my skirt is too short and my makeup was too much. And she always told me to be more modest as a high school student.
We agreed in a family meeting that only someone as strict as Aunt could address your selfishness. From now on, you will work at Aunt's diner. We hope your personality changes in a good way there.
No way! I hate that stubborn old hag!
Besides, it seems you don't care about this much, but Nick and I agreed that he and you would cover the cost of the cancelled wedding fee because both of you caused this to happen.
Huh? It was cancelled, but why do we have to cover it?
Definitely, you have to. At that point, the preparation for the wedding were almost finished. I mean, all the expenses for the wedding had already been spent. There's no choice to pay. Same goes for the honeymoon that got cancelled. I couldn't find you at the time, so I paid for it on your behalf temporarily. You also have to pay me the compensation. Work and pay me back all those amounts.
Are you asking your sister to pay the compensation?
That's right.
Then Nick should pay it too.
He has already paid it.
Really?
He recently reached out to me. He told me he has already sent money to my bank account. I don't know where he is now, though. He told me he wanted to resolve the issues with our family and completely end the relationship with you. As long as he settles all the amount he has to cover, I'm not interested in where he goes. After I received the money, I completely ended the relationship with him.
But
from now on, work at Aunt's Diner. And make sure to pay me back the full $40,000.
$40,000?
I know it's not easy while raising a child, but you'll have to work hard. Anne has experience in raising children, so I'm sure she'll take good care of you. She says she will educate your daughter well so that she won't grow up to become a troublesome girl just like you. You can rest assured.
What? No!
After that, my aunt took my sister Sarah to her house. And from that night, she started working at the restaurant. Because of her bad attitude, she was made to do chores such as washing dishes and cleaning instead of serving customers. I heard that when my sister doesn't clean properly, my aunt strictly guides her and she ends up crying while working. My sister has her daughters stay at daycare, works, and gets scolded by our aunts to repay the debt to me as soon as possible. I heard that she works from the opening to the closing of the diner every day.
Are you having your lunch break now? Yeah, I just opened my lunchbox. What's wrong? I just got a message from my mom. Really? What did your mom say? I heard you said terrible things to my mom again. What? Terrible things? I don't remember that. Don't lie. No, I'm not lying. I heard you said you and Mom wouldn't go shopping together for some reason, didn't you? Why would you say such a horrible thing? Wait, I didn't say that. What do you mean? My mom called and asked you to take her shopping, didn't she? Oh, that happened yesterday. See? You knew it. But I never said anything about not going with your mom. Then what did you say? I had to work overtime yesterday. I said if it wasn't too urgent, I'd take her on my day off. Then your mother said she understood, but... Are you sure? There's no way I would lie. I wouldn't lie to her. But didn't Mom want to go shopping right away? Even if she did, I couldn't take her shopping while I was at work, could I? Also, she said it wasn't urgent. Mom was unhappy about it, so you must text her to apologize. You're not very perceptive until I pointed out. Why can't you understand how Mom feels? Even if you told me that, I couldn't do anything about it because I was at work, right? I'm not just talking about when you're at work. You're always like that. Yeah, okay. So I'll be careful from now on. You need to be a little careful how you say that. Okay. I won't forgive you if you hurt my mom. I understand. I apologize in advance to your mom just in case. What do you mean, just in case? I'll apologize to her. Can I talk to you for a second? I just started my lunch break, so I'm fine. What is it? I heard you said some terrible things to my mom again, didn't you? What? I didn't say anything. And what do you mean by again? Mom made you dinner, didn't she? And she made my favorite dish, steak and mashed potatoes. What? When was that? Yesterday. She went to the trouble of making it, so she thought she'd share it with us. But you said that you don't want her bad food. She said she was turned down. Huh? There's no way I would have said that. No, you would have said it. That's terrible, don't be silly. Actually, it was the opposite. The opposite? What do you mean? I got a message from your mom. She said it's too much trouble to think about dinner, so she asked me to make something and bring it. But I'll be late after work, so I said that I'll buy something on my way home and bring it to her. That was what I said, but she never wrote back. Why didn't you take dinner to my mom? Because I thought, since she didn't write back, she must be okay. Mom lives alone. She must have felt lonely eating dinner alone. Why can't you understand that? I don't know why you said that. I was at work. I didn't have time to think about it. Wait a minute. But your mom told you the opposite, right? Oh, yes, but... She never mentioned anything about steak and mashed potatoes. Isn't something weird? It's not a big deal. It's a big deal for me. That would mean your mom was lying to you. And it doesn't make sense to complain about me because of that. I don't think so. All you have to do is to be nicer to my mom. She's lonely all by herself now that Dad's gone. Why can't you understand how Mom feels? Okay, I get it. It's all my fault. What's with that tone? You're the one who's not witty and you snapped back at me. Okay, that's enough. I'll apologize to your mom properly. Are you going to work overtime again today? No, I'm going to finish work on time. Will you be home about the same time as usual? Why? Is something wrong? Actually... What? Actually, I just got a message from your mom. From my mom? What did she say? Your mom told me to stop by her house on the way home from work. Did she say that? Why would she want you? I don't know. She wouldn't have called you. I said, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop by your mom's house. Really? What do you mean? Did Mom really ask you to come? You're so persistent. It's really obvious. What's the use of lying like this? You're going to go bully Mom again, aren't you? I won't forgive you if you bully my mom. Bully? What is that? When have I ever bullied your mom? You're always saying things to hurt her. What? When have I ever said anything to hurt your mom? Actually, it's the opposite of that. I don't get it. You often say terrible things to Mom. Every time you did something, my mom reported to me. Hey, can you stop saying Mom over and over again? What the hell? My mom is a very special person to me. You always misunderstand everything. I don't want you to think badly of me because of misunderstanding. I don't like the way you say that. It's because you seem to pick on my mom. Huh? So what about you? You're always saying mom all the time. You never listen to what your wife says. Why don't you listen to your wife once in a while?
You only say what's good for you.
No, your mom does that.
What the hell? I'm the one who's always texting on WhatsApp. Even though I always listen to what you want to say. Do you still complain about that too?
It's not a complaint. It's a fact. That's enough. Anyway, I'll stop by your mom's house on my way home. I'm gonna be home at the usual time.
Hey, what did you do to my mom?
Mom again? What are you talking about?
Don't be silly. I'm talking about yesterday.
Yesterday?
I always said I'd never forgive you if you hurt my mom. What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything.
You're lying. My mom called me and was crying. She said you did terrible things to her.
What?
But she said she'd put up with it because she felt bad for you. I'm so worried about my mom because she was calling me while crying. I'm on my way to my parents' house now.
What about work?
How can I work when my mom called me crying?
Are you sure? How much do you care about your mom? I'm so sick of this.
Don't be ridiculous. The only reason I have to do this is your fault. Because you bullied my mom.
For the record, I was bullied by her.
What the hell?
When I arrived at your parents' house, she wouldn't let me enter. She said that I should only serve her son. She also asked me when I will quit work. And if I can't take care of you, she wants me to get a divorce right away. She yelled at me and even slapped me. I almost cried.
But it's not her fault. My mom was correct. In fact, you've been working late every day. You even come home late. You don't care about me, do you?
How can you say that? Because we can't live on your income alone. If I don't work, we wouldn't live in such a luxurious apartment.
Anyway, I won't forgive anyone who picks on my mom.
Enough. You wouldn't listen to me anyway.
What's with that tone of voice?
Hey, you're already back at the apartment, right? The lights seem to be on. I don't know why, but I can't unlock the front door. Can you open it for me? I feel so bad right now.
Your key doesn't work anymore.
What does it mean?
I ordered to change all the locks.
Sorry, I don't get it. What do you mean you ordered to change all the locks?
You're really stupid, you know that? I did it so you couldn't get in. You did the terrible thing to my mom. If you're such a jerk, get out of here right now.
Why did you say so?
I saw her crying and I couldn't leave her alone, so I brought her home.
Is your mom in there?
Of course she is. If I left her at home alone, I don't know what you'll do to my mom.
Wait a sec. I'm sick right now. I'm gonna throw up. Please let me in the house.
No, I can't.
Why? I'm really sick.
You should feel what my mom went through. I can't believe how hard it must have been for mom.
I didn't know anything about the pain your mom went through. I didn't do anything to hurt your mom too. What did I do that I have to receive a punishment like this?
I heard you were sarcastic to my mom. I heard you were even violent to her.
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
It had to be my mom. Mom told me all about it while crying.
All those episodes are full of lies.
Hey, what a thing to say. How would mom lie?
Oh, for God's sake, just open the door. I feel so bad and I think I'm going to collapse.
Anyone who picks on my mom should collapse on the spot. I told you I don't tolerate people who bully my precious mother.
Do you really believe what your mom said? Do you really think I'm the kind of woman who would do such a terrible thing?
Yeah, of course. From what my mom has told me, I'm sure you do. I got a terrible wife.
Terrible. You don't believe my story at all.
No wonder. Why do you expect me to believe you after you were violent to my mom? Don't you dare to come back to this house again.
Your mom was the one who was being violent to me, remember? And I said I feel so bad.
You ate something nasty anyway, didn't you? You're pathetic. Your sickness will go away soon anyway. Compared to you, Mom is heartbroken and she just wants to go to sleep.
Of course it's an act.
It can't be an act. You've done a terrible thing to my mom. That's enough. Get out of here.
Well, if you insist. Is that all you have to say?
Huh? What's with the big talk all of a sudden? I have nothing else to say to you.
Okay then. I'm just letting you know that you and I have successfully divorced.
Divorce? Who said anything about the divorce?
You believed your mother's lies. You blamed me based on that information alone. You even changed the locks on the house to protect her. And you kicked me out when I felt sick and was on the verge of collapse. It's the same as asking for a divorce. You know how much I've suffered.
That's just what you've been suffering on your own. I don't feel that way at all, so it's not a divorce. You really are a stupid woman.
Don't be rude.
Besides, for a divorce to be finalized, the divorce petition has to be filed, right? And it has to be in your own handwriting. I don't remember writing anything like that, though. Generally, a wife who can't even have children because of her job like you doesn't have the right to talk like that to me.
Are you sure about that?
What do you mean?
Apparently, you didn't know how to get a divorce.
What?
All I need to do for divorce is to file a divorce petition.
Don't be ridiculous. Liar! It's not acceptable.
You just forgot about that. Well, I guess that's how much you didn't care about me.
When did I file out the divorce petition?
The day you complained about how I was talking to your mom.
Huh?
There's so much going on, I almost forgot too. I got called out by your mom, and I brought her cakes as a souvenir. I think you remember the day you made a fuss about your mom vomiting when she ate it? In the end, it was because your mom ate too many cakes.
Oh, yeah, something like that happened.
That time, you took your mom's word for it, just like you always did. You told me that if I do anything terrible to your mom again, it's time to get a divorce. Also, you said that you need to prepare a divorce petition just in case.
Oh.
Do you remember? Then you said, keep it with you so that you can order a divorce anytime I want. You gave me a chance, didn't you?
That's what happened.
You don't remember any of our correspondence? As your ex-wife, it's so sad.
Ex-wife? So did you prepare the divorce petition from that time?
Of course I did. You ordered me to do so. I had a divorce petition in my bag since that day. I was at my wit's end, so I didn't wait for your order and filed the divorce petition.
Are you kidding me? Why did you do that? We haven't discussed anything yet.
Can I tell you why?
Tell me.
First, I'm fed up with your mom's lies. Second, I'm sick and tired of you believing your mom's lies and blaming only me.
Is there more?
Did I tell you before that I wasn't feeling well, didn't I?
Did you say that?
That was morning sickness.
What? Morning sickness?
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Huh? Is it my baby?
Of course it is.
What? You should have told me that quickly. Finally, we're going to have the baby we've always wanted, huh? I'm going to be a father and my mom is going to be a grandmother. Mom will be so happy.
I'm sorry, but I have no intention of raising my baby with you guys.
Huh? Why not? It's my baby, right?
But I'm already divorced from you. I'm going to put the baby in my family register. You're not the father, and your mom is not the grandmother. Both of you are just strangers.
What's that? I told you I'm not getting a divorce. Besides, we can get back together now by getting remarried.
I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to live with you anymore.
You're taking away my baby.
I've decided that you and your mom are too much of a disadvantage to my baby.
Too much of a disadvantage? What kind of nonsense are you talking about?
I've already told you why you guys are such a disadvantage to my baby. Your mom is not afraid to tell lies that never happened. You believe 100% of the lies you don't see or hear and abuse me. That's just a bad influence on a child growing up.
Okay, I get it. But if you insist on not letting me see my child, I will take you to court or whatever.
Be my guest. I don't think you guys stand a chance.
What do you mean?
You changed the locks on my house without my permission and kicked me out.
So what? I did that because you bullied my mom.
What makes you think I bullied your mom? It was all a misunderstanding, and you were never there with us.
Of course, she's right, even if I wasn't there.
It's not up to you to judge. I've been recording every conversation I've had with your mom for some time now.
What?
It was unreasonable, so I was considering divorce.
Did you do that too?
The recorded data would be excellent evidence of grounds for divorce. The record of WhatsApp between you and me when you kicked me out of the house would also be useful. You kicked me out of the house for no good reason in the first place. If you changed the locks and didn't let me in, you violated the obligation to cohabitate.
Is that so?
See? I told you. You know I have a lot of reasons to get a divorce, don't you?
Wait. Mom and I want to see the baby. Just let me see my baby, please.
That's one thing I absolutely refuse to do. I'll tell the baby that his father died in an accident, so I'll never let the baby see you.
Why the hell not? It's definitely my baby, right? What's wrong with the father seeing his child?
There are so many bad things. You're a mama's boy. You don't listen to what your wife says, and you even kicked her out of the house. I don't want a father like that for my child.
Please don't say that. I'm sure that if the baby sees me, the baby will grow up to be an adult who cares about his mother, okay? And when that happens, you'll be happy, won't you?
I will be happy, but I want my child to grow up as an independent and caring adult, not a mama's boy like you.
I'm sorry that I only defended my mom. Please, forgive me. I just want you to give me a second chance.
I can't believe you said that. I'm sick of living with you. I've had enough.
So I'll never see you or the baby again?
Of course, you won't. I've been telling you that for a while now. If you guys start doing something to threaten us, I will call the police immediately.
Raising a child is expensive, isn't it? It's not easy for you to do it alone, is it?
Don't worry. Fortunately, I have a higher income than you.
You're a liar.
And my parents are willing to back me up financially, so you don't have to worry about money. I'm not asking you to help me.
Please, don't give up on me.
Don't get me wrong, okay? You're the one who abandoned me. You're the one who kicked me out of the house for no reason.
So, I'm sorry about that.
It's too late now. I just want to have a stable, pregnant life. Do not come near me again. From now on, I'm going to block all your calls, emails, and WhatsApp.
How dare you do such a terrible thing?
That's my word. I'll end my report on the divorce settlement now. I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I hope you and your dearly beloved mom get along well with each other. See you.
Oh, wait.
I cut off all communication with my ex-husband. He came to the company where I worked, shouting, "You crazy woman!" My ex-husband was seized by my coworkers, and the police were called. He was severely cautioned for obstruction of business because he punched my coworker. He also received a claim for damages from the injured coworker. I'm sincerely sorry for the trouble I caused to the company. But now that my ex-husband has been punished, I feel much better. Since then, he has never appeared in front of me again, which is a great relief. I'm spending a peaceful time at home with my parents as I'm about to give birth. During this period, I would like to reconsider my way of life as a mother.
Monica? Monica, reply to me now. Monica, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Julie.
You're always goofing off.
I was just hanging the laundry and didn't notice your texts. Is there anything urgent?
You're on maternity leave from today, right?
That's right, but I still have some paperwork to do, so I have to go to the office until today.
What the heck? Why don't you live at your company?
What do you mean?
You only know work. You never fulfill your role at home. You should at least come over and help me with the cleaning and cooking while you're on maternity leave.
Oh, I'm going out today, so I can't go over. And besides...
What?
Josh told me that you said I don't have to go over.
What do you mean? Josh would never say such a thing.
He's so nice, he must have been worried about me.
Worried?
He said if I go to your house, you will give me a hard time about this and that.
Huh? Josh said that? Rude.
And I got a text from Eric too.
From Eric? What did he say?
He said you may call me over, but I don't have to come.
Eric said that? That was uncalled for.
He said I must be tired from all the hard work I've been doing and told me to stay home and relax during my maternity leave. So I think I won't be going there for the time being.
You're such a brat. He was just being polite. I didn't like you before you married Josh, but now I don't like you even more. Monica? Monica, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Julie. I was just putting Amy to bed. By the way, thanks a lot for coming over to see Amy the other day. You and Eric.
It's not that I wanted to see you or Amy. Eric took me there.
I see.
You're taking care of the house, aren't you? Are you taking care of Josh?
Yes, I'm feeling better now, and I'm getting used to parenting. I'm doing my best with the housework as before.
That's a given. You have to do it whether you're used to it or not.
All right.
If you say you can't do that, divorce.
Divorce?
I entrusted you with Josh. You have to do it right.
I understand.
By the way, about Amy.
What about her?
She's not getting any cuter. Is she really Josh's?
What the hell, Julie? Don't be ridiculous. Josh will be angry too.
She doesn't even look like Josh, even though she's a girl. They say girls take after their fathers, right? And yet, Amy doesn't resemble Josh at all.
That's not true. All my friends say, Amy, you look just like Josh.
No, she doesn't take after him at all. She has your puffy eyes. She's not cute at all.
You don't have to say it like that. Amy was only born 2 months ago. I'm sure her face will change more and more from now on.
Not gonna happen. From now on, she'll look even more different from Josh.
Julie, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean.
Don't play dumb with me.
What?
Amy is not Josh's, right?
Huh? You crossed the line. Amy is Josh's daughter. He loves her very much.
That's because Josh thinks she's his daughter. But I know what I see. That's not Josh's.
You're being ridiculous.
Then get a DNA test.
Excuse me?
I won't believe she's my grandchild until a DNA test confirms that.
Julie, you've got to be kidding. Why do you need a DNA test?
Because Amy doesn't look too much like Josh and you're suspicious.
That's enough.
If you have nothing to hide, you should be able to test her right away.
Why do I have to do that? It costs money to do a DNA test, you know. We can't spend money on such a ridiculous thing.
I knew it. I hit the spot. You're trying to make lame excuses to cover it up.
You're way off.
If you insist on not taking the DNA test, divorce Josh right now.
Why should Josh and I get a divorce? I really don't get it.
It's because Amy is from your affair. Isn't it obvious? Ever since you got married, you've been away from home for work. I knew it was suspicious, so you cheated, huh?
That's nonsense. Please stop it already. I'll tell Josh about this convo.
Fine. I hope Josh realizes this now, that you're cheating on him.
Julie?
How dare you let Josh raise a child from your affair? I won't let it slide. No way. Monica?
Yes?
Did you tell Josh about the DNA test?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He said it was ridiculous, and that there was no need to discuss it with you.
Huh? Josh said that? Even though I'm so worried about him, Josh would never say such a thing. He was a very kind boy.
Josh is always kind. When Amy cries a lot at night, he lets me sleep in the morning. When he finishes work early, he cooks dinner. On weekends and holidays, he babysits Amy. He is a very nice husband and father.
What? You let Josh do that?
He does it voluntarily. He is a really kind person.
How dare you force my son to do these? Who do you think you are? I didn't let Josh marry you to be your slave.
Of course, I'm doing everything I can. I'm not forcing everything on Josh. But we always talk about how we should cooperate with each other as a couple. We always talk about it together.
Really, you are appalling. You don't fulfill your role and you even have an affair? Unbelievable.
Amy is Josh's. I love Josh with all my heart. There is no way I would have an affair.
What a shameless person. I'll definitely get rid of you. You have my word. Hey, Monica. Answer the phone.
What is it?
Hey, watch your attitude. Well, it's about time to reveal your true colors.
Please, enough already. Can we just stop? Because this is getting too ridiculous.
Wait a minute. You're trying to get away because you're guilty, aren't you? You're so obvious.
What are you talking about?
Where did you go 3 days ago?
3 days ago? Oh, I went to a farewell party for a colleague who's getting transferred. He's a good friend of mine, so I left Amy with Josh and went.
Farewell party? Stop lying.
I'm not. Josh drove me there. You can ask Josh.
You were standing in front of that hotel with a man, weren't you? I saw it myself. And you went into the hotel alone with him, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
That man is Amy's father, isn't he? I thought they looked alike somehow.
You mean Justin? Julie, Justin was at our wedding. If you look at the photos, you'll see. He's my boss and Josh knows him very well.
You were having an affair with someone Josh knows? The audacity!
What are you talking about, Julie? I said I just went to a farewell party held at a hotel restaurant with Justin.
Yeah, sure, your boss. How can you cheat on him so brazenly? How convenient for you. Cheating and then having Josh raise your child?
Julie, I can't take this anymore.
I should never have let him marry someone like you. I feel sorry for Josh. I can't stand this.
Josh met Justin and they talked before. Please, ask him.
Are you trying to blame Josh for your affair?
Huh? Amy is definitely Josh's. Besides, that day, I was waiting in front of the hotel with Justin. But we found out that everyone else was already inside the hotel. We just entered the hotel late.
Can't sound more like an excuse.
I can't deal with your fiction anymore. Take care now. Good morning, Julie.
Oh, it's you, Monica. What do you want?
Please don't harass me.
What do you mean? What an uneducated brat.
You sent me mails, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
Please don't play dumb with me. You sent me divorce forms day after day.
I don't know anything. But you must mean a sign from the universe that you guys should get divorced because of your affair.
Nice joke. Josh wants to tell you.
Tell me what?
That if you harass me anymore, he'll cut you off. We are not getting any divorce, so don't send us anything strange. That's it.
You reek of lies. There's no way Josh would say that. That's what you said, right? You don't want to get divorced because you just want Josh to raise your illegitimate child.
I told you that Amy is Josh's.
You won't take a DNA test and you won't divorce? Josh has fallen for such a nasty woman. Oh well, I'll do anything to make you divorce.
What do you mean? I'm not divorcing Josh.
Yeah, keep blabbering.
Julie, pick up the phone right now.
Oh, it's you. What's the fuss?
Please don't pretend you know nothing. What on earth did you do?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Amy, where did you take Amy?
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't mess with me. I just woke up and Amy is gone. You took her somewhere, didn't you? Where did you take her?
Wait a minute. You're still so obnoxious and weird. I don't know anything. I don't even want to have anything to do with Amy.
Because the only person in our house was you. The only one who came in and out of our house today was you. Who else would have taken Amy out?
Why is it my fault? Could it be a burglar?
It can't be. Nothing has been ransacked. Nothing has been stolen. Only Amy was missing from her bed.
Burglars nowadays must also steal babies.
Julie, please answer seriously. You came to our house in the afternoon with tea and some sweets. I regret so much that I let you in.
How rude!
I suddenly felt so sleepy as soon as I finished the tea, so I fell asleep on the sofa. You must have put some sleeping pills in the tea.
Wait a minute. My kindness is wasted on you. I only brought you nice tea.
But you didn't drink it, did you? Because it was laced with sleeping pills, wasn't it?
Because I just wanted to eat cake right away.
I had the leftover tea examined. Turned out, there were sleeping pills dissolved in it.
What the?
Amy disappeared and I panicked, so I called Josh. Then the police came right away.
The police? Why would Josh do that?
Because his daughter disappeared? Isn't it a given? This is a kidnapping case, right?
It's not that big of a deal.
Amy is gone. You are Josh's mother. You know how it feels to lose a child, don't you?
That's right. I'd go half crazy if Josh disappeared.
That's right. That's what I'm going through right now. Julie, I'll never forgive you.
What are you blabbering about? Watch your tone.
I won't forgive you if you harm Amy, whoever you are. Where did you take her?
How the hell do I know?
You're not going to tell me? Josh just called and said she's under his protection.
What? Amy?
Josh was sure it was you. He told the police everything he could think of. Then, we got told that Amy was taken into custody at the facility closest to our house. A classmate of yours works at the facility, right?
Huh?
She told us that you brought Amy to her.
Oh no. We won't accept an illegitimate child as our grandchild. That's why I left her there.
Why would you do such a terrible thing?
Because you wouldn't divorce Josh. Are you going to let Josh raise that girl? Divorce Josh right now.
You're the one who's divorcing.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
This matter has been reported to the police and Eric as well as to Josh. I talked to Josh before I called you. Eric was also very angry. And Josh too, of course.
What? You told Eric? That was so unnecessary.
Because a child was kidnapped. Of course I had to do it. I heard that Eric went to my office to apologize as well.
What? Why?
You harassed Justin about him having an affair with me, didn't you?
How did you know that?
Because Justin called me. He said you made such a scene at work. I was so embarrassed. I just wanted to crawl into a hole. So it seems Eric went to apologize to Justin for me.
What the heck? Oh my God, what do I do now?
According to Josh, Eric is thinking of divorcing you.
You're lying. I did it for Josh. You're tricking my family.
You're still saying that. And by the way, Josh is also cutting ties with you. He says that's the only way to keep Amy safe, and I agree.
Wait a minute. I am the bad guy?
You just realize that now? You drugged me? That's already a punishable felony. You kidnapped Amy? That's child abduction. And you were forcing me to divorce Josh? This could also be considered extortion. You should be put in jail.
You're exaggerating.
Of course, Eric doesn't want to stay with a criminal.
You're lying. I didn't mean to.
Then what were your intentions? I can't understand you at all.
I just wanted Josh to come home. I just wanted to live happily with Josh like we used to.
Josh is an adult now. He's married, has a family of his own, and has a daughter. He can't be your little boy forever.
Yes, but...
Have you realized that you've lost everything because of your selfish desires? Our family will never see you again. Eric is considering a divorce. You will be all alone from now on.
I don't want that. How will I live on my own? I can't. Monica, you have to convince Eric and Josh. Don't you feel sorry for me?
Why should I? You kidnapped my daughter? You gotta be kidding me. The police will be there soon, and you'll be taken care of there.
I don't want to. I didn't do anything to get caught by the police. Wouldn't it be nice if you testified for me?
Wouldn't it be nice if I blocked you? In fact, I'll block your account after this exchange. I don't think we'll have anything to talk about here. So long, Julie.
Wait a minute, Monica. You're abandoning me? Monica, save me!
After that, Julie was arrested when the police arrived at the scene. Of course, Eric filed a divorce through his lawyer. Julie persisted in talking to Eric, but he never saw Julie again. The divorce was finalized through the lawyer. Josh and I cried a lot that Amy was safe. Josh apologized over and over again for Julie's behaviors, but it was never Josh's fault. We promised to work together to raise Amy to be a respectable adult. Now that I have isolated myself from Julie, I will be able to raise my child with peace of mind. I still see Eric frequently. He has already become a sweet and doting grandfather. I will do my best to ensure that this happiness lasts forever.
Hey, Stella. Let me ask you something.
What is it, Mom?
How much did our relatives give you for pocket money?
I got about $200. I'm planning to spend it carefully.
Can you give me that money?
Huh?
I don't have enough money to pay the bills this month. I think I can just pay with your pocket money.
Oh no, I'll lose my allowance. If you and Nicole want to split the money, that's fine.
Nicole is your younger sister. Are you trying to take away her allowance?
No, but why don't you ask her too? You only asked me.
Because you're her older sister. It's natural for you to serve the family.
That's terrible. There are things I want to buy.
You can buy them when you can work on your own. Also, I'm going to be working late today, so please make dinner for me and feed your sister.
Will you be late again today?
I don't have a choice. I have to work. I have to feed you girls. I'm having a hard time too. Be a little patient.
I've been putting up with this a lot.
You're finally in high school.
Yes, I'm glad I got into a public high school. I studied on my own and succeeded.
What's with that tone? You sound as if it's your mother's fault for not letting you go to hire a private tutor to help you with your study.
Sorry, it's not like that.
By the way, now that you're in high school, can't you get a part-time job?
What? Why?
Because you know our financial situation, don't you? Your tuition fee for high school is going to cost us more than ever. I'd like you to help us out a little bit with our finances.
As much as I'd like to, but I want to study and go to college. I'm not allowed to have a part-time job.
This is not the time to be talking like that. I'm in so much trouble that I don't even know if we'll be able to eat tomorrow.
Then, why don't you ask Nicole to stop taking her lessons? Swimming, ballet, private tutor. It's just too much. If she stops one of those, you can use the money to pay for our monthly living expenses, right?
Huh? Why should Nicole put up with that? She's working really hard.
I'm working hard too and putting up with a lot.
Nicole is different from you.
Different in what way? I've been working hard too, but I'm not allowed to learn anything. I tried my best to study hard. I got into the high school I'm in now, while keeping my grades at the top.
That's normal. You're the big sister, so you have to give it up for your little sister.
You always put Nicole first. I'm the only one who have to put up with a lot of things.
I'd rather spend my money on Nicole than on you, who's not good-looking and dull. Nicole is more attractive. She's also good at socializing with people. All you have to do is work hard for me and Nicole, and you'll be fine.
Mom, you're terrible. I'm your daughter too. Why can't you be nice to me?
I told you, didn't I? You're not as pretty and stylish as Nicole. You're not even friendly too. You're so shy that you don't even want to show yourself to the neighbors because you feel embarrassed. I don't have any expectations of you.
I studied hard myself. I kept my test scores high to please you, and I got into the best school around here. But then, why do you want me to start a part-time job?
All you can do is studying. I don't expect anything from you. You're not as brilliant as Nicole. Anyway, you should think about getting a part-time job to help us make ends meet. I'll do my best to support Nicole.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Nicole and I are both your daughters, but you're always taking her side.
That's your destiny. Now go find a part-time job. Decide by the end of this month and start right away. Hey, did you get a part-time job?
No, not yet. It's not allowed at school, so I'm not sure if I want to start that.
What are you talking about? I'm a single mom with no money and we're struggling. You know that, don't you?
I know that, but I don't want my part-time job to interfere with my studies.
Don't be selfish. I've had enough.
Selfish? Is it selfish for a high school student to put study as a top priority? Is it selfish to not want to work part-time when it's forbidden by school rules? That's not right.
Don't be so cocky. Who do you think has helped you grow up until now? Who do you think is supporting you that you're able to attend high school?
Well, thanks to you, but...
See? Then listen to what I say.
But...
Go to the restaurant where I work in the evenings.
Huh?
I was introduced to a place that pays a little more per hour, so that's where I want to go. But if I leave suddenly, it will cause trouble for my other part-timers, right? So if you take my place, it'll be perfect. Can you start tomorrow?
What? Tomorrow? That's such a short notice. I promised my teacher that I'll study with her tomorrow after extracurricular activities.
Why don't you just say no for family matters?
I don't think I can do that.
We don't have any money, so we can't afford your selfishness.
I'm not being selfish, but...
Anyway, I want you to go to the restaurant tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll let the manager know. He'll tell you what to do when you get there.
Don't just decide on your own. I have my own reasons, and I want to choose what part-time job I really want to do.
Don't keep getting cocky with me. Well then, I have to take Nicole to her ballet class.
You're always thinking about Nicole. Think about me too, Mom. Mom, listen to me, please.
Stella, you're off from your part-time job today, right?
Yeah, I'm studying.
I have something good to tell you.
What is it? I have a bad feeling about your good news.
Don't say that. You don't like your part-time job, do you?
Yeah, I don't want to if I can help it, but we don't have any money, so...
I know. Actually, Nicole's ballet performance was recognized, and she's going to study abroad.
What? Studying abroad isn't free, right? Mom, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, I'm going to borrow money for her sake. I mean, I already borrowed money.
What are you going to do to repay that? I can't work anymore, okay? I'm a full-time student. There's no way I can help you to pay off the debt.
That's right. I didn't tell you this, but I've borrowed a lot of money for Nicole. I've been in debt for her special lessons and costumes.
You didn't tell me anything about that. I was forced to work part-time for that? Why do I have to work part-time for Nicole? I've had enough.
I'm sorry.
What?
For making you feel sorry for me all the time. You went all the way to a good school and now you have to work part-time. As a mother, I'm ashamed of myself.
What's wrong all of a sudden? I'm feeling a little creeped out.
Don't say that. I'm really sorry about what happened.
Mom?
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
What?
You want to study hard without doing a part-time job, don't you?
Well...
I'm thinking to have another family adopt you.
Adoption? Can you explain that?
I have an old friend who couldn't have children. I know exactly what's going on because I used to listen to her problems all the time. She tried for years with fertility treatments but still couldn't conceive. She gave up on trying for a while, but she just couldn't give up hope to have kids. I told her about our family situation and she asked if she could adopt you.
You're going to give me up for adoption?
That's right. By doing that, we can pay the bill. She was a high achiever in high school, and her husband is an elite businessman, so you don't have to worry about finances. You're the perfect match for what they're looking for.
Wait, I don't want to be adopted. I just want to concentrate on my study. I want to study as much as I can while helping you, Mom.
Why? It's what you wanted, right?
No way. Then what about Nicole?
I'll continue to raise her myself. Without Nicole, I can't survive.
Huh? So you don't mind if I'm gone?
Well, I've entrusted all my dreams to Nicole. Besides, if you agree to the adoption, I can pay off my debt.
What?
My friend offered to adopt you under those conditions. Isn't that great? You get to live the life you want. Also, I'll be debt-free and Nicole can devote herself to ballet more. I really want to make her dreams come true.
You only care about yourself and Nicole. You don't care about my feelings at all.
Your feelings? You said you didn't want to work part-time and that you wanted to study. That's why I made that decision. I'm thinking about your feelings too.
I know, so you don't care if I exist or not.
I don't like the way you said that. I went to a lot of trouble to explain to you briefly so that you wouldn't get hurt.
It's too much to bear. I'm your daughter too.
We can't afford to raise a parasite like you in our house. Nicole has a bright future, and I want to raise her as best as I can. I don't want you, so I've decided to give you up for adoption. You should at least understand that. Get out of here right away.
I understand how you feel. I'm going to live with the family who decided to adopt me. In exchange, I'll cut off you and Nicole once and for all.
Okay then, that's what I want too. Nicole's spectacular career would be negatively impacted by a poor sister like you. Stella, it's me. I need to talk to you. Will you pick up the phone?
You're being very persistent. Who is it?
Oh, Stella, thanks for getting back to me. It's me, your mother.
You're not my mother.
What are you talking so coldly about? I gave birth to you and went through all the pain of child labor.
Oh, you're my biological mother, but you are not my mother anymore.
Don't say that. More importantly, you did your best. I heard you became a doctor. You've been a dedicated student since you were little. I'm really proud of you.
I'm not your daughter. I don't know where you got that information. If you have nothing to talk about, let's end our conversation here. I don't have time to talk with a stranger.
Wait a minute. I'm actually calling to ask you for a favor.
A favor? I'm not a very good person to do favors for others, am I? I don't think I'll be able to grant your request. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Actually, I'm in need of money.
Money? Why? You paid off your debt by giving me up for adoption, right?
Well, back then, thanks to you, I got out of debt. But then my debt started to grow little by little. The amount has become unmanageable now, so I wanted to ask you to help me.
Why?
Because I'm your mother. I'm in trouble, so it's only natural that you should help me.
You are not my mother. You're the one who abandoned me. You're just a stranger now.
That's not true. A mother is a mother no matter what the circumstances are, so please help me.
How selfish can you be? You said having only Nicole by your side was enough for you. That's why I cut ties with both of you. There's no reason for me to help you.
Don't say that.
I paid off all your debts that time. Why did you have to go into debt again?
Nicole repeatedly went abroad to study. I borrowed money to pay for that.
Then why don't you just let Nicole pay off the debt? It's wrong to demand it off me. Most of the debt you've incurred so far is related to Nicole's ballet, isn't it? It makes sense for her to pay them back.
You see, Nicole had no luck with work after returning to the US. She was working part-time as a dancer with other young girls, but her pride wouldn't allow it, so she quit. I've been taking care of her living expenses too.
That's none of my business. I was abandoned for her promising and glamorous future. Don't be ridiculous. You don't have to be a dancer to get a job. Do whatever it takes to pay off your debt.
Nicole's pride was shattered. She eloped with a man. I don't even know where she is now, so I had no choice but to turn to you.
What? Eloped with a guy? No kidding. I can't believe you abandoned me for such a selfish girl like Nicole.
I'm sorry. I really am, Stella. So I need you to help me.
Why should I help you? Who do you think you are to tell me that? Never show your face in front of me again.
I didn't have a choice because I was broke. I didn't give you up for adoption because I wanted to give you up. Did you have a happy life after that? Did you adjust to your new parents right away?
My father and mother are very kind people. They knew everything about me and treated me kindly. I was thinking about going to college and they helped me with my study. They let me go to college. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my parents. I thank them from the bottom of my heart.
Really? So you're grateful for their support. That's good to hear. You're married to a doctor, aren't you?
Yes, a doctor who took care of me when I was an intern. Someone I can trust wholeheartedly. Of course, he knows everything about my past. He and his parents accepted the marriage with open arms.
You're amazing. You're a doctor yourself, and you're married to a doctor? I can see how rich you are now.
That's what you care about, isn't it?
So you can pay off my debt in no time, right? This will be the last time I ask you to do something like this. Please, can you somehow come up with the money?
No matter how many times you ask me, I refuse. I was sure that you'll come back to me with the same problem in the future, and I was right. My husband and parents told me that I don't need to see you ever again. I don't want to betray the people who understand me very much. Please give up on the debt.
Why? I'm your mother. Those people you're with right now bought you with their money.
How dare you say that? You're the one who approached my parents, who were lonely and childless, and all you wanted was money. I can't believe that you're a human being, since it seems that you're heartless. I don't even want to think of you as my mother.
You can't erase our blood ties even by saying that. I'm your mother for sure.
I don't care about blood ties. You always put Nicole first and me second. On top of that, you took away all of my allowance. Once I entered high school, you forced me to work part-time job. After all the sad and painful experiences, you abandoned me in the end.
I didn't mean to abandon you. At the time, it was a hard decision for me too. Please understand my feelings.
I don't know what to think. I can't believe you would abandon your own daughter.
Can't you just help me?
I can't.
Well then, I guess I'll have to go to your house and talk to you in person.
Huh?
I've already checked your house. I'm going to enter your property now.
No way.
Yes, I'm in front of your house right now. Your house is where my friend used to live, right? I could have easily found it. You were so lucky to have been raised and provided with a great home. I'm going into the house and get the money directly.
If you do that, I'll sue you for trespassing.
I don't have time for that. I have to transfer the money within 3 days, or I'll be in big trouble. Well, I'm going to show up now, so please take care of me.
Hold on a sec.
Stella, what's this all about? I don't know the people in this house. Who are these people?
What? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know them?
The house was sold last month.
What do you mean?
It was my parents' idea. The house was old and started to fall apart, so we decided to sell it. They asked me to move into a condo with them.
A condo?
Yeah, my parents aren't going to be around forever, so we bought a condo near the station, which is convenient for shopping. Now, I'm living in a condo on a different floor from my parents. It's very comfortable.
I don't know anything about that. No one told me.
Why would I talk to you when you're the one who cut me off?
That's terrible. I just got caught by a resident who called the police. Come and help me.
Why? I've told you many times I won't help you. Who would help a mother who abandoned her own daughter?
You're terrible. What kind of life am I going to live from now on?
What? You can't get away with trespassing, can you? If you're tearing up that house trying to find money, you could be sued for damage to property.
Oh no. I can't afford to pay for the fine. Do something about it.
There's nothing I can do. Isn't that the result of all you've done so far? You just have to take the punishment honestly and keep paying your debts. You're an adult, for God's sake. Take responsibility for what you've done.
I can't believe this is really happening. I thought you were going to help me.
You gotta be kidding me. Please don't get involved with our family at all for the rest of your life. I'll block your number too. Well then, take care.
No. Stella!
After that, my mother was taken away by the police officers who arrived at the scene. She settled out of court for compensation for the damaged goods and had to pay $20,000 for fine. In addition to paying off her own debt, the monthly payment increased even more. She is now working part-time in the morning, noon, and night to make ends meet. She has no money to rent an apartment, so she is staying at the house of an acquaintance. It is not clear how long she will be allowed to stay at that person's house. She may be evicted at some point, but even if that happens, she will get what she deserves. My younger sister remains missing. It seems that what my mother has done for her couldn't change her mind. I'm still working as a doctor with my husband. I'm living a busy but fulfilling life. Every day, I thank my parents who adopted me from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to lead a good life. I would like to continue to live my life to the fullest so that I can repay my parents' kindness. Jean, do you have a minute? I'm fine. What's up? I'm going to be able to come back to America soon. Really? Yeah, I can't stay long, but I'll have time to take care of a few things. Oh, that's great. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. What are you talking about? I didn't really do anything. You work for a company and don't get much time off. I'm sorry. Oh, I've got it. You don't need to worry. So, have you settled down? It's not easy. It's expensive just to get by. That's true, isn't it? Prices have been going up for a while now. I've got no time to be poor, though. Haha. Well, if you can joke like that, I'm sure you're not in a tight situation. Well, it's tough, but I'm doing my best. Don't worry about me, okay? Anyway, take care of yourself and come home, sis. Thank you. I'll call you when I get home. Tell Mr. Nick I said hi. I will. I'll be waiting for you.
Jean, are you busy now?
I'm just coming home from work. Is something wrong?
Has Nick told you yet?
Told me what?
Oh, he hasn't? It's been 5 years since my husband died, right?
Yes.
I'm getting a little old, and it's getting lonely living all on my own. That's why I asked Nick if I could move in with you.
Did you? I haven't heard anything from Nick.
He's busy with work too. Maybe he forgot?
I think he may have just dazed off and forgot to tell me.
That's rude. My son would never daze off at work.
But it's true.
Well, whatever. I was wondering if you'd consider it.
Huh? You can't move in right now.
Because I've been talking to Nick about it for quite some time.
I had no idea. This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Then give it a thought.
So, we can't live together right now. Our family's financial situation is on the edge right now. It might be really difficult to add you into the mix.
Huh? I'm not that high maintenance. Plus, Nick is making so much money. Why can't I take care of him by myself?
You really haven't heard anything from Nick?
About what?
No, it's fine if you haven't heard anything. Anyway, our finances aren't looking too good right now. And we don't have enough rooms in our apartment. So it will be a little while before we can live together.
My, you really don't want to live with me, do you?
That's not true. Nick is your only son. I'm planning to have you live with us later on. But you are still in good health. Could you please wait a little longer?
Hey, I want to move in with you right away, so get your living situation in order as soon as possible.
Okay.
Jean, have you thought about the moving yet?
Huh? It's only been 3 days. There's no way that my living situation would be ready in just 3 days, is there?
It's your duty as a wife to take care of that, isn't it? You said you were looking for a bigger place to live because it's too small at the moment, right?
In the future, so it's not right now. We're having trouble with money too. It's not something we can afford right now.
Why? Nick works hard every day, doesn't he? If Nick earns enough money, there's no reason we would be short of money. Unless you're the kind of person who can't manage a household budget?
Wait a minute. I'm pretty serious about managing my finances. If I wasn't, I'd be on the streets.
Are you kidding me? If Nick's income is not enough, then maybe you're spending a bit too much.
Huh? What do you mean? If we made that kind of money, I would. But that's not the case.
Then why don't you work?
I've been working though. I've been working since I was single.
Then why don't you work more?
I don't have the time. If you want to move in together so quickly, why don't you work as well?
Huh? Are you going to tell an old person to get a job? What kind of a wife are you?
You're still in good health. I'm sure you can work part-time somewhere. If you can help pay rent with that, you can move in right now.
Don't be silly. Why should I pay the rent? Usually it's the other way around, isn't it? Don't the kids take care of the parents?
If I could do that, I would. But we can't do that.
What the hell are you doing with Nick's income then?
What do you mean, what am I doing with it? I spend it on living expenses. We're not living luxuriously or anything.
What do you mean? Nick is earning money, but he can't pay for rent and moving expenses?
If that's the case, please talk to Nick, not me. Mom?
Oh, Jean, what is it?
Is Nick visiting you? He hasn't been home for about 5 days now.
Nick's at home.
Why hasn't he come home?
Are you really that clueless? You don't care about your mother-in-law at all.
Is that the reason?
What other reason could there be? We were making plans for the future together.
What plans?
I've told you many times, living together.
Are you still talking about that? Well, it's true that Nick should know the situation best, though.
Nick's very concerned about my living situation. I'm really lonely, you know. We're gonna find a nice bungalow. He said I'll soon have a nice spacious house where I can enjoy my time with him.
Huh? How could you say that?
What do you mean? I'm sure it's no big deal for Nick. My son earns over $8,000 a month.
What?
And yet you don't give him any attention at all. You should take better care of him.
It's not that I don't try to give him attention. It's just that I don't have time. You wouldn't understand.
What's it like to be a wife who doesn't take care of her husband like you do? You're right. I don't understand.
What are you even saying?
Anyway, me and Nick need to discuss and prepare for moving in together. I'm going to stay here with him for a while longer. It'll be easier for you too that way, right?
Well, I won't have to worry about meals or laundry, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
See you later.
Jean, can I talk to you for a minute? Sis? Yeah, what's wrong?
I'm back safe and sound.
Well, good. Let's have dinner together.
Yeah, of course I will, but...
What's up?
I'm at our house right now, and I was gonna pull the weeds, but... Jean, you weeded the house, didn't you?
Weeds? Sorry, I've been working late and haven't been able to get over to the house.
But the garden is neat and tidy now that it's been weeded. I thought you were the one that did this, Jean.
No, I didn't.
So, there might be someone in the house?
What? A burglar?
I don't know. I thought I closed the curtains too.
Yeah, they were closed when I went there last time as well.
Now I can only see the inner curtains.
So, someone's been opening and closing the curtains? I'm the only one with a key to that house, right?
Yes, because I left it in your hands.
That key is kept in our safe. Only I and one other person can open that safe.
Nick?
Yes.
But what is Nick doing in our house?
I don't know.
I'll go check with the neighbors.
Please, sis. Sorry.
Jean?
Sis, how did it go?
Yeah, that's the thing. The neighbors said you moved back in about a week ago.
Huh?
A mother and son? They all said they came to say hi.
No way.
What's wrong, Jean?
Actually, my mother-in-law asked me if she could move in. I told her that we don't have any money right now and that we'd have to wait a little longer. Then, for some reason, Nick didn't come home anymore. I asked her about it and she said he was staying with her.
What is Nick doing?
I don't know at the time, but now I think I've solved the mystery. That was about a week ago.
I see.
That's when she said Nick said he's looking for a bungalow. I think that bungalow was our house.
What?
What in the world was she thinking? Nick knows that you and your husband won't be back for a few years. He was going to move in and live in your house. What a man. I can't forgive him.
Jean, calm down. There's gotta be something we can do.
Well, first I'll try to message Mom.
Okay, you do that. Then I'll wait for you to tell me what happens. We'll be at Mom and Dad's for now, so don't worry.
Okay. Mom, please pick up the phone.
Hey, Jean, what's up?
I'm at your house, but it's vacant. What happened?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Actually, we've moved out.
We?
With Nick. I was gonna tell you sooner or later. But you were reluctant to let me move in, so I left you alone for a while.
So, you're with Nick too?
Yes, because you don't seem to appreciate a boy who makes stacks. We were wondering what to do with you.
Huh?
Since you've been so cheeky every time I talk to you, I was thinking you should divorce Nick.
Divorce? That might be a good idea, wouldn't it?
You're living on Nick's income. How can you say such a thing? You shouldn't joke about it.
No, I'm not joking. Mom, do you seriously think Nick is earning that much money?
It's obvious, isn't it? That's why I care so much about Nick. I'm not like someone here.
Okay, let me ask you. Nick came to live with you, right? Did he go to work?
Huh?
I don't think someone who can earn $1 million would take weeks off of work.
Nick said it was because he could work from home.
Nick, you really are a liar and a scumbag, aren't you?
Watch your mouth. Nick doesn't need a wife that talks about him like that. You will get a divorce.
Fine. I don't want a husband who complains a lot and only makes $200 a month.
Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean $200 a month?
It's Nick's monthly income. He only works part-time, and that part-time job, he's been skipping it for the past 2 weeks, hasn't he?
What?
I'm telling the truth. His monthly income is only $200. How do you expect to live for a month on that?
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. I brought my savings account book because I knew you would say so. I'll take a picture and send it to you now.
It's a picture. You can do whatever you want with it. You rewrote the text in the picture, didn't you?
How can you rewrite text in the picture? I don't know how to do that. I'm telling you, Nick only makes $200.
Stop making up stuff. I'll really get you guys to divorce.
Go for it. I don't want a husband who lies like that.
Really? If you're going to go that far, then fine. I'll live happily with Nick in this house he bought for me, so you can enjoy your life as a single person.
You can't live in that house.
Why not?
Because that house belongs to my sister and her husband.
Huh? You've got to be kidding me. What kind of stuff are you making up this time?
It's you guys that are making things up, aren't you? My sister had to move overseas for a while because of her husband's job transfer. But she just had a new house built, and she didn't want to rent it out to strangers. She asked me to check on her house from time to time.
What on earth are you talking about?
The key to the house was kept in our safe. Only Nick and I can open that safe, right?
What? So you think Nick took the key without permission?
I can't think of anything else. The day Nick stopped coming home, the day you moved into that house, when you put the neighbors' testimonies together, it all adds up.
No way. This is the house Nick bought for me.
If you insist, I can send you the details. The house is my sister and her husband's house. They couldn't have children for many years. They have been undergoing fertility treatment, but they gave up on having children because they were suffering emotionally. They gave up on having a child because they were having a hard time mentally, and bought the house with their education fund they had saved up.
Oh no.
But about a month after the house was built, my brother-in-law was transferred to Japan. They had to move out. While my sister and her husband were away, I kept the key to the house and worked around the clock. Sometimes I would change the air or clean out the weeds while I was checking on them. Nick knew about it too.
He knew?
Yes, he knew, and I think that's why he came up with the idea. My sister happened to come home for a bit a few days ago. She went over there a while ago and called me to tell me that something was wrong.
But your sister will go back to Japan soon, right? Then there's no need for this house. Jean, you should negotiate with them to give us the house. You're his wife. You should at least do that.
How thick-skinned can you be? Besides, Nick and I are done.
Why?
I just filed the divorce papers.
What? You're lying to me again. What the fuck? Since Nick's been here all this time, how can he fill out the divorce papers? If he doesn't fill it out, he can't get the divorce.
Actually, he did fill it out.
What? When?
About 5 months ago, I think. You don't seem to know about it. Nick quit the company he was working for.
What?
It's already been 8 months. Nick did not look for a job at all after quitting the company. He was relying solely on my income to survive.
That's a lie. Nick is making more than $8,000.
Eventually, he withdrew all his savings and became a gambling addict. I told him that if anything like this happened again, I would divorce him. So I had him fill out divorce papers and kept them just in case. That's why I was having a hard time making ends meet, even though I had a stable job.
I didn't know that.
No matter how many times I asked him to stop, he showed no sign of stopping the gambling. There were probably times when he'd be out of the house for hours, right?
Come to think of it, he said he'd go out for a meeting or something.
I'm sure he was at the casino. But now, you've tried to take over my sister and her husband's house, so we're done. Get out of that house right now.
Wait a minute. Where are we supposed to live? We sold the house we were living in, remember? We used that money as a down payment to buy this place.
Who told you that?
I left it to Nick.
I'm sure all that money is lost to gambling. I don't think there's a penny left.
Oh no. But if I get kicked out of this house, I won't have anywhere to go, will I? Jean, you should negotiate with your sister and her husband. They should give up this house for your poor mother-in-law.
Mom, you say the funniest things, don't you? Well, we're gonna be divorced, so I guess you aren't my mother-in-law anymore, though. Why should I give my sister's house to a stranger? That will be pointless.
Well, what will happen to us?
I don't know. You acted on your own without even hearing out the details. You have to take responsibility for yourselves.
That's messed up.
Of course. No sane person would think of taking over someone's house. I'm sure the police will be there soon.
The police? What do you mean?
You are trying to steal someone's house. That's a crime, isn't it?
I didn't know anything about it. I just lived here because Nick told me to. Come on, do something about it.
Please tell all that to the police. Me, my sister, nor her husband have anything else to do with this. Now, if you'll excuse me. After that, Nick and my mother-in-law were taken away by the police. Thanks to Nick's uncle, they had a place to return to. But it seems like he told them that he was going to cut off all relations with them after. My ex-husband and my mother-in-law had to pay my sister and her husband reparations. The money they had on hand was now zero. To her dismay, Nick had gambling debts as well. Now, they can't even get a housing contract, so they have to find a job so they can live together. They are both working to death now. Serves them right. My sister and her husband decided to sell the house as well. My brother-in-law's work overseas is going very well, so he doesn't know when he will be able to come home. They were in the middle of thinking about what to do with the house. They laughed and told the real estate agent that it was involved in a strange incident, but they had decided to sell it. The location of the house was good, and the price of the land had skyrocketed. The house sold for almost the same amount as the purchase price. I'm glad I divorced that scumbag so early. I signed a contract for a new condo while continuing to do the work I have been doing. Maybe the single life is for me, huh?
Hazel, got a minute? I'm at the hospital, and Dad's condition has gotten much worse. The doctor says he might not have much time left. Can you come to the hospital as soon as possible?
I'm really busy today.
Busy? You're not even working.
Just because I'm not working doesn't mean I don't have things to do.
Besides, critical condition? That's so dramatic. It's Dad we're talking about. He'll bounce back like always. But this time, it really does seem serious. I'm here every day, so I can tell he's getting weaker.
You just worry too much, don't you? I'm busy, so I'm leaving this to you.
He's our only father. Why won't you come?
As the eldest daughter, it's your job to take care of him.
Mom hardly ever visits either. Everyone's so cold.
Everyone's busy. What do you expect? Do you even understand your position? You're adopted. Dad raised you despite not being blood related. The least you can do is take care of him properly as a way to repay him.
But I'm the one juggling work and taking care of Dad alone. Even today, I'm using my lunch break to be at the hospital. The least you could do is visit him.
No way. Not today. I'll come running if things get really bad.
Fine, whatever.
Sis, I just saw you at the funeral home. What are you doing here?
What do you mean? It's my father's funeral. Of course I'm here.
I didn't invite you to Dad's funeral.
What?
You were so shameless yesterday at the wake, acting like family. It's embarrassing to have you around.
Acting like family? I am Dad's daughter. It's natural I'd want to properly say goodbye.
Family? You're not even blood related.
Huh?
You seem confused. Did you know how inappropriate it is for an adoptee to sit in the family section?
But I've been by Dad's side, caring for him nonstop since he fell ill. I have every right to be at his funeral. That is so unfair.
Of course you took care of him. You're adopted and owe him big time. But there are lots of relatives and Dad's business associates here. It's embarrassing to have you, an adopted kid, sitting front and center. I call you sis for convenience, but that's just formality. Truth is, I've always called you that piece of shit in my mind. Funny, right?
That's too cruel.
Well, your very existence irritates me. But I'm the heiress of a corporate dynasty, so I can't use such language. So honestly, I call you sis as a sort of penalty game. You should be grateful.
Hazel.
Don't strut around at Dad's funeral like you're his daughter. Dad had a soft spot for you, but I, his true blood daughter, won't be. Adopted kids are just outsiders in the end. Get it?
Even if you say that, Dad raised me and treated me as his own child. I don't think I am an outsider.
Just get out of this funeral home. You're making me sick. Dad can't rest in peace with a stranger like you around.
But
your very presence here is a mistake. So disappear. Don't cause our family any more trouble.
But you know what, Hazel? He thought of me like a real daughter. That much I know for sure.
That's just you taking advantage of Dad's kindness. You're not family, not anything. Now that you understand, disappear from our sight right now. Don't force me to kick you out.
Layla, this is unbelievable. Are you hurt?
Oh, Paul, I'm fine. I just need to change.
Someone saw Hazel dump a bucket of water on you and told me right away. I can't believe this happened. Where are you now?
I'm at the rental clothing store partnered with a funeral home. It's just around the corner.
Good. They'll lend you a black dress? You can't attend the funeral soaking wet. I wonder what on earth Hazel was thinking.
I almost had a heart attack. The funeral director saw her douse me and brought me here immediately. I'm glad I'm not her.
I'm relieved you're safe. But that was truly awful.
She came out of nowhere with a bucket and just threw water on me. I was so shocked by the cold, I couldn't move.
She dumped it on your head, right?
Yes, so my makeup's ruined too. Oh, and I'm thinking of borrowing a wig and glasses.
Wig and glasses? Why?
I thought I'd disguise myself a bit and sit quietly at the edge of the family section.
What's that about? You have every right to be there proudly. What are you saying?
But I'm scared Hazel might do something else.
I'll stick by your side the whole time. Even Hazel won't try anything with me there.
Oh, but...
Don't worry. I'm your fiancé. I've been approved to sit in the family section, so there's no issue. You can sit there proudly, too.
I just hope she doesn't pull anything else.
I told you not to worry. I'll keep an eye on her. Besides, with so many people around, even she'll have to behave. So go back to the funeral home without worry and properly say goodbye to your father. You have that right.
Paul, thank you so much. It's really reassuring to know you're here.
It's a man's duty to protect his fiancée. I'll be waiting for you to change and come back.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Hey, what was that yesterday?
Oh? What's wrong?
I dumped water on you so you couldn't attend the funeral. But you changed and waltzed right back in and sat boldly in the family section.
Thanks to Paul, I was able to properly say goodbye to Dad.
Why was Paul glued to your side the whole time? Him sitting in the family section is weird.
Because he is my fiancé. He had everyone's approval to sit there.
You seem confused. He should really be my fiancé, you know? Get it?
Why?
Because whoever marries Dad's only daughter, me, becomes the successor to his company. Mom says so. Besides, he's too good for an adopted outsider like you.
Wait, are you saying Paul is set to be the next CEO?
Obviously. Isn't he the most talented at Dad's company?
Well,
something went wrong and you got engaged to him. Actually, it should have been me. It's a good opportunity, so hand him over.
I think you're misunderstanding something. The CEO position and our engagement are totally unrelated.
Shut up. Oh yeah, Mom has a message for you. And I quote, "Don't think you, a stranger, have the right to inherit."
Does that mean I should renounce it?
Exactly, I agree.
I don't think this is the right time to discuss this right after the funeral.
Why not? Inheritance is important.
The lawyer hasn't revealed the will yet. We should check its contents first. That response won't cut it. They're having meetings about the next CEO considering Dad's wishes. You shouldn't say or do anything now.
I don't get all that complex stuff, but I'm taking Paul. He's perfect for CEO, and marrying me will make everything work out.
No, see?
With a CEO position at stake, he will definitely choose me, the real heiress, over an outsider like you. Our marriage makes total sense.
You're adopted. You're an outsider. So you have no right to the inheritance. And I'm taking Paul too.
You're right. We are strangers.
You got it. Sis, you're totally screwed. Serves you right. Now that Dad's gone, I'm cutting ties with you.
Well, I don't mind cutting ties with you, but Paul isn't going to be the next CEO.
Huh?
Why do you think he would be? It's been settled since Dad was alive that he won't be the next CEO.
What? What are you saying?
He's not in that position.
I don't get it. Whatever. Paul and I getting engaged is something Mom and I decided. See ya. Hey, Paul, do you have a moment?
Hazel? What's up?
Looks like you were sitting next to my sister at Dad's funeral yesterday. But from now on, you'll be by my side, okay?
Huh?
From today, I'm your fiancé, so please take care of me.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm saying as of today, we're engaged. Aren't you happy? I'm Dad's true daughter, a real corporate heiress.
My fiancée is your sister Layla.
Oh, that's not going to happen. It's been decided, so don't worry about it.
What do you mean?
Sorry it's a bit confusing, but it seems Dad made some mistakes. You were actually supposed to be engaged to me, the real corporate heiress. So let's correct this here. Let's get engaged.
That reason has absolutely nothing to do with my marriage. Besides, I'm marrying Layla because I love her.
But Dad's huge inheritance is coming in soon. Plus, if you don't marry me, the CEO position...
I don't understand what you mean.
Huh? Why are you saying that? Everything would work out if you married me.
No matter what you say, my fiancée is Layla. I love her, and I have no intention of marrying anyone else.
Huh?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait. Hey, sis. This doesn't make sense. Wasn't Paul supposed to be the next CEO? This is totally different.
Hazel, calm down a bit.
How can I calm down? Why are you becoming CEO? This is absolutely ridiculous. What kind of dirty tricks did you use?
You've got it all wrong. Can you cool down and listen?
Huh? What am I misconceiving? How can you become CEO? You're adopted.
I want to clear things up. Can I explain properly?
Try if you can, but I'll never accept it.
Okay, first, let's talk about why I was adopted into this family.
Because Mom and Dad couldn't have kids, right? After they adopted you, I was born miraculously. That's how it all started, right?
The part about struggling to have kids is right, but the rest isn't.
Huh?
I'm not sure how much you know, but I'm actually Dad's niece by blood.
What? Niece? I've never heard that.
I'm the daughter of Dad's older sister. That sister and her husband, my real parents, died suddenly in an accident. So Dad took me in and adopted me. That's what I've been told. I was surprised at first, too.
No way. I never knew any of that happened.
Now, about the next CEO. Dad's company is run on pure meritocracy. Me becoming the next CEO after being blood related to the previous one is just a coincidence. My name was among the CEO candidates. And thankfully, my daily efforts were recognized.
What? No way. Then what about Paul? What about him? Wasn't he a CEO candidate too? I've been dating him since college and thought it was about time to get married, so we got engaged. Our marriage has nothing to do with the company. Lie! I can't believe it. But I've heard he's great at his job. At least wasn't he one of the CEO candidates? I need to correct that misconception too. He isn't even our employee, so there's no way he could be a CEO candidate. He works at a different company. No way! Well, that's it. I've got a lot to learn before taking over as CEO, so I'm quite busy. See you. No, wait! This is also different from what I thought. Why? Sis, I absolutely cannot accept that will. Maybe it's a fake will. There's no way Dad wrote that, right? Unfortunately, it's real. I can't believe it. Only you can inherit Dad's estate? Why do Mom and I only get the statutory portion? It's as stated in the will. It reflects Dad's wishes. And to think even the house we've been living in, under Dad's name, becomes yours? Hazel, on paper you're Dad's child. But the truth is, you're a daughter born from Mom's affair, with absolutely no blood relation to Dad. I was shocked to learn this from the will too. Apparently there's solid proof that you're not his child. I'm surprised Dad gathered that evidence. No! How could this be? I believed I was Dad's real child. Dad must have had a lot of complicated feelings and inner conflicts. If he wanted, he could have divorced Mom for adultery. He might even have abandoned you. Don't say such cruel things. That's not the only reason Dad didn't leave you an inheritance. Huh? Dad knew that you and Mom were being mean to me. What? He knew? I thought Dad was too busy with work to pay attention to us. Also, Mom's cheating habit never stopped. That's another factor. Dad warned her many times, but she didn't listen. I think that painful struggle led to his decision in the will. Try to understand how much Dad was suffering. So, I'll follow Dad's will. I think this is the best way. No, this can't be. Pa, please, help me.
What's this all of a sudden?
Marry me.
Excuse me?
Come on, it's a good idea, right?
No, I told you the other day, didn't I? I have no intention of marrying anyone but Layla.
But I've had such a tragic life.
Oh, you mean finding out you're the child of the man your mom cheated with? That must be really tough.
It is. I never wanted this, but I was forced into this situation against my will. Yeah, it's a real tragedy. Plus, because of my sister, I can't get the inheritance. It's all because she's in the way.
She has nothing to do with this. She hasn't done anything wrong.
But if she weren't around, I'd be the only real daughter, at least on paper. As a legal heir, Mom and I would have gotten the inheritance. With that inheritance, our lives would have been so much easier.
Have you realized how awful the things you're saying are?
Huh? What do you mean?
Sure, inheritance has deadlines, and it needs to be handled systematically, but someone just passed away. While everyone's praying for the deceased soul, each with their own thoughts, to see the wife and daughter in the midst of it all, buzzing about inheritance, it's just utterly uncomfortable.
Pa, I didn't mean...
You want to say you didn't mean it that way, but you're basically calling yourself classless, which makes it even worse.
Pa!
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Please, listen to me. We're really in trouble.
There's nothing more to discuss. Goodbye.
My sister and mother, who were counting on Dad's inheritance, were pretty shaken when they learned they'd only get the statutory portion. Apparently, they'd been spending lavishly, buying up designer brands without even working, and had zero savings. Since I inherited the house they were living in, their pride took a hit and they packed up and left. I thought they'd be fine since they still got a good chunk of change, but turns out they were both deep in debt. The entire statutory portion vanished into debt repayment. Now they're just scraping by with live-in jobs they finally found. As for me, I'm swamped with the unfamiliar role of CEO. But I'm really grateful to have my husband, Paul. He's sharing the household duties and giving me emotional support. Going forward, we want to work together as a couple and build a happy home.
Hey, Mia. Huh? What's wrong, Harry? You're at work, right? What do you mean, what's wrong? What's with my shirt? What? It's not properly ironed, and the buttons are coming off. How dare you make me, a salesman, wear a shirt like this? I did iron it properly. You saw it hanging on the wall, didn't you? I didn't notice the buttons. I'm sorry. I'll fix it when I get back today. What are you talking about? You really are a useless woman. Who do you think is buying your food? It's because of my hard work, isn't it? You could at least pay me back with some effort. I'm trying. I've never skipped a day of housework. Huh? Don't be so full of yourself. Today, it's as if you didn't do it. Well, I'm working too. Work? Oh, you mean where you're on the computer every day? Yeah, but... Don't make me laugh. I can't see how you can even say a game like that is your job. What? Don't be so arrogant about something that doesn't even earn you any money. It's not a game. I'm earning money. Anyway, I'm working and earning real money. You're going to have to step it up, understood? Okay. I'm going out for a drink with my coworkers today, so I don't need dinner. Got it. Hey, I just got to the nearest station. You have my food, right? What? You said you were going out to drink, so you said you didn't need it. I came home because the party got canceled. Really? Well, you said you didn't want dinner, so I didn't prepare anything. Huh? You didn't even cook dinner for your husband? What the hell have you been doing? I was getting the rest of the housework done. I was working too, so I was late. The hell do you mean work? Is your job not to cook food for me? Who the hell do you think you are? Because you said you didn't want it. That's your excuse. You're just taking advantage of the fact that I'm home. Who do you think it's thanks to? Don't cut corners. I'm not cutting corners. I do all the housework. I don't skip a beat. Huh? You mean like not making my dinner? If that's the case, I'm getting a divorce. Divorce? I haven't done anything for you to divorce me. I live an honest life every day. Shut up. Oh, I don't feel like going home anymore. I'm going out for a drink. Oh, now? I'll make something for dinner with what I have. Okay. It won't taste good if I eat it while looking at your shabby face. You're terrible. Go home and reflect on what you've done. Got it? Okay. Hey, what's for dinner today? Harry, you're done with work already? Not yet. Still have a bit left. I'm thinking of making the pasta that you like. I haven't made it in a while. Yeah? Pasta, huh? What's wrong? Your pasta is shit, to say the least. What? You know I like pasta, but
How long have you been a housewife? I'm sick of it.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, I don't want to eat it anymore.
You don't have to be so mean.
I've decided.
Decided what?
I'm going out to eat today.
What? After all I've already prepared?
Your pasta tastes so bad. What can I do? Put yourself in my shoes. Being forced to eat that slop. It's torture.
That's terrible. I'm doing all this research because I like you.
If that's the case, how incompetent are you? You can't even cook your husband's favorite food properly. What the hell would be the point of coming home?
Oh no.
I'd much rather eat dinner while drinking with this cute girl I met, so I'll skip dinner tonight.
Who is this cute girl?
What's it to you? She's younger than you, she's got great skin, she's got great makeup, she's got great style too. I'd rather eat with her than with you, no matter what you think.
Are you cheating on me?
Is this what you call cheating? She works in a restaurant. It's her job. If you call that cheating, then think of it that way. Anyway, I don't want your bad pasta.
Harry, you used to be so nice to me. Why are you saying such horrible things all of a sudden? You're like a different person.
It's because you're not attractive.
What the?
Only attractive women have men head over heels for them. But if they're not, then I guess you're not attractive. Why don't you use the money you earn to improve yourself? If not, I'm going to be going out more and more, okay?
Harry?
Do you understand?
Yes. Harry, have you finished work yet?
I'm almost done. Why?
My work took a little longer than I expected. I'm going to go shopping now and make dinner as soon as possible. I hope I'll be home before you come back.
What the hell have you been doing all this time?
What? I told you I was working late.
You know, playing with your computer? Don't be so proud of what you do for a living. Who do you think you're working for? Remember, I'm the one who works hard and earns money, right?
Yes.
And now you're working late? What do you mean dinner will be late? Stop fooling around.
You don't have to say it like that. I'm serious about my job too.
That's enough. You don't give a shit about me, do you?
That can't be true. Why do you always think that?
I'm going to hang out with the cutie. I don't want to eat. Versus you, I'm having more fun with Julie. We're gonna eat and drink. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Harry, I knew you were cheating on me.
Oh yeah? Even if I'm cheating on you, I don't need you to tell me what to do.
Why not?
You're living off my money. You can't even do housework. You're not attractive at all. You're not fulfilling your role as a wife. If it wasn't for me, you'd be divorced by now.
Divorce? How can you say such a terrible thing? I think about you every day of my life. I've never skipped a day of work.
Well, if you don't want to get a divorce, you'd better think about what you're doing. You better think about how to step it up as a wife. Do you understand?
Yes. Harry, where are you? Harry?
What? Stop texting me.
I waited for you late last night, but you didn't come home, did you?
It's none of your business.
What do you mean it's none of my business? Aren't we married? You didn't come home without telling me. That's not normal.
Even though you're this useless, at least you can think like an adult. If you insist, why don't you open my drawer in the living room?
What?
The top left drawer.
What? All of a sudden?
I said, just open it, okay?
Okay. This is...
You'll see, won't you? It's divorce papers.
Why?
Because you're so useless. Fill them out just in case I run out of patience, okay?
Huh? But you've already filled out your parts.
Yeah, so that whenever I decide I'm done with you, I've got it all ready to go.
Harry, you were really thinking about doing this?
Surprised? I'll fill it out when you don't do what I tell you, you know? So make sure you fill out yours too.
Harry?
I'm not saying we should get a divorce right now. If you don't want a divorce, why don't you do yourself a solid and reflect on what you've done? And next time, actually do your job, serving me. Well, even if you can't, the least you could do is become as hot as Julie.
Come on.
If you can't even do that, we're done.
Okay. Harry, is this a good time?
Yeah, what's up?
What will we do for Christmas?
Oh, it's that time of year already? I'm not thinking about anything.
How about we go out for dinner? I think it's not too late to make a reservation.
Dinner with you?
You don't like it?
Well, it's fine since it's Christmas, I guess. Then make reservations for the best restaurant.
Okay. What kind of food do you want?
Maybe Italian food. You make Italian food that tastes so bad, I've forgotten what Italian food even tastes like.
You didn't need to say that, but I know a great pasta place. I'll make reservations there. It's been a while since we ate out together, right? I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we won't know what will happen until the day off.
What?
It all depends on you. Until you can become a better wife, this whole thing is staying a maybe. Got it? You'd better do your best for me.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Are you done with work already? What am I saying? Of course you are. It's Christmas Eve.
I'm giving you the best present for Christmas.
Really? You can tell me more about it at dinner.
That's not gonna happen. I'm divorcing you today.
What? What are you talking about?
I told you to fill in those divorce papers, right? I sent them in today. Divorce is the best Christmas present ever, isn't it? I'll never forget this.
Harry, you're... What a horrible man you are.
Well, it was inevitable. Ha 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 ha. I told you, it's all up to you whether I divorce you or not. You're a terrible cook. You can't even do your own housework, and you spend your days playing on the computer. You let me work alone and live the lazy life. It's all your own fault.
What? I was a diligent cook and housekeeper every day, all while working at the same time. And yet, after being pushed around so much, this is how you treat me? It's too much.
I gave you plenty of warnings. I guess it's your nature to blame poor old me, huh?
So, you're spending the day with Julie?
Who cares? I'm already divorced, so it's none of your business. I'm finally free from the days of being nagged by your sorry ass. I'm finally going to be free from my useless wife. This is the best Christmas Eve ever.
I see.
You made reservations at an Italian restaurant, right? I'll allow you to taste a little bit of real Italian food for once. Ha 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 ha. Actually, Julie and I are going on a 3-day, 2-night Christmas trip.
I see.
Hey, what the hell did you do?
What do you mean? You and I are strangers now, so could you stop texting me?
Huh? What do you think you're saying?
Did you enjoy your 3-day, 2-night trip?
What happened to my apartment?
Oh, that?
What do you mean, that? What are you doing with it? I just got home. The door was unlocked and the place was empty.
You and I are done. What does it matter what I did?
I was living there.
I bought that apartment when I was single. Everything. The furniture, the appliances. I was the only one using them anyway. I got rid of it all. Court mediation will be happening soon, so I don't need it anymore.
Where the hell are you?
Why would I tell you that? But I'll let you know. I've decided to sell that place.
Huh? You sold it?
It's in the process of being sold, but it should be officially sold by now.
Why would you do something so selfish? What's wrong with you?
Like I said before, I was the one who bought the condo. It's in my name, so it's up to me what I do with it, right?
I live there with you, remember? Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know. Why don't you go to Julie's place? But I sent all of your stuff to your parents' place. Just go get it yourself.
Huh? Did you talk to my parents?
I had to tell them, didn't I? Wouldn't it be weird if I just randomly sent them a package without saying anything?
You're so selfish, you know that?
Your parents are absolutely horrified. They apologized over and over again. They said, "We are cutting ties with Harry."
You...
I mean, we're divorced, so they were going to find out sooner or later, right? So, the sooner, the better. I told them you've been cheating on me for a long time.
What? You told them all that?
They asked why we were divorcing. I just answered honestly. Because of Julie, right?
She's just a girl who works part-time at my favorite club. That's our only relationship.
You're lying.
It's true. You're jealous of me, aren't you?
You think this is a joke? I hired a private investigator to check up on you.
What?
There were days when you said you were going out for a drink and didn't come home. I thought it was strange, so I took the plunge and hired one. Then, I was able to easily gather evidence of your affair.
You did that?
It would be strange if I didn't after being treated like shit, wouldn't it? I'm sick of you treating me like that. I couldn't upset you until I gathered all the evidence I needed. Besides, I wanted to divorce you with the judge on my good side. I even made those reservations at that restaurant for Christmas too.
So those reservations were fake?
I really did make the reservations, but I knew you wouldn't be coming. So I enjoyed that Christmas dinner with my mom.
Even your mom knows about this?
Of course, she knows all about it. I even had her come with me to the private investigators.
You brought your mother? What kind of person does that?
Yes, I've got plenty of evidence. And I'm sure the judge is going to charge you a hell of a lot of alimony.
Don't be ridiculous. The court wouldn't charge me anything.
That's very naive of you. You've been cheating on me since we were married. And you lied about going out drinking and hardly ever came home. You kept lashing out at me through text and on the phone. I have perfect evidence of this as well. I recorded your phone calls and I have all the texts saved.
You're kidding, right?
You kept telling me that I could live on your earnings. But you never even gave me a decent living wage, did you? I was the one paying for your food and living expenses the whole time.
Really? I didn't even notice.
You're so selfish. You never really paid attention to what was going on with the family finances. I bet you never even thought of paying attention to them in the first place. How could you even say all that crap about it? Anyway, I'm going to petition the court to charge you a ton of reparations, and you're going to make it up to me. I'm going to give you one hell of a Christmas present.
Huh? Wait a minute. I don't have any savings to pay alimony, okay?
I know, You've been spending all of it on fun.
How do you expect me to pay?
I don't know anything about that. You're on your own. Well, maybe you can't even ask your parents. They are very angry with you.
Right? On top of that, I don't even have a place to live anymore. I have to find a place to live now. I can't afford to pay alimony. Can't you ask a lawyer to help me out?
Huh? I'm not going to do that. You're going to make amends for everything you've done.
What do you mean, make amends? Why are you doing something like this? You're acting like a demon.
How can you say that? Think of all the things you've done to me. How much I've been through.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So please, help me out this time.
Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing.
What? There's more?
Miss Julie, your girlfriend, is quite sexy, isn't she?
Yeah, complete opposite of you, isn't she?
That's none of your business anymore.
Yeah? What did you do to her?
I heard she's still in high school, you know? Did you know that?
Huh?
It's a crime to touch a minor. You're disgusting.
They told me she was 20. I didn't know.
Her parents said they've already contacted the police.
Huh? You're joking, right? I really didn't know she was in high school.
Even if you say that to me, there's nothing I can do. You've been a bad boy. You're a grown man too, so you should be responsible for your own things.
Hey, where are you now? Tell me.
I just bought a new condo.
Where'd you got that kind of money?
I told you I was working, right? I've been working from home all my life. I've been a writer. Now that I'm better known, I'm getting paid more per article. I was making much more money than you ever were. Plus, I sold the condo I'd been living in. I was able to buy a little luxury condo.
What the? You're only thinking about the good things happening to you, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I finally got to have a little bit of peace at the end of all this. And I was able to give you this hell of a gift. I'm really happy right now. I'm gonna be able to start my new life with a clean slate.
Hey, are you really going to ditch me? Don't you still have some feelings left for me?
I don't have any regrets. And you're the one who abandoned me. Didn't you file for divorce on Christmas Day? Don't you dare make false accusations. You and I are strangers now. Please, don't ever get involved with me again.
Oh no, help me. Where am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to live? Mia!
After that, Harry ran out of money and became homeless. He asked his parents-in-law for help, but they were furious and refused to help him. He had no choice but to stay in a motel and go to work. But word got around about his antics in the company, and he couldn't take the pressure from everyone around him, so he left the company on his own. He is currently working several day jobs to pay reparations. However, he's not able to save as much money as he would like to because he has to pay for the motel fees. Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, his problem with Julie developed into a court case. Must have been some kind of divine retribution. To tell you the truth, none of this makes me feel any better. But I started a new life in a new apartment. With the support of my parents and my former in-laws, I am slowly getting back to being myself again. I'm gonna spend some time immersed in my work from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.